All right, Coach, it is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 or.
Strong left, strong left, strong left. Three down. Hey, watch this.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Right back to him on first down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 36 yards on the play.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Don't be scared of it.
And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, Ridley.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, You just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
54. Let's go, Ty. Let's go right here now. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Now a handoff working right. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Now they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
Good job, D. Good job.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, you're on the 9.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. 80 weapon. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Hey, check, Mike, 57.
Now.
Now back to throw. 20. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah. SOS.
Hey, 43, 15.
55. Hey, watch the ball. You go tight. You got tight right there. Watch safety creep.
15.
Right side.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Yellow.
Mike 4.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Norman. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Norman. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Hey, 43. Hey, 43, 15. Yellow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
54 is Mike. Check.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. He finds Hopkins complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
Let's go.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Yellow.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Chiefs.
Line. I'm going 80.
Let's get that ball, B. Let's get that ball. Showing up. Checked up.
Hey, 57.
Jim.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
I got motion. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Watch this.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Yellow.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down.
Check 55 to Mike. Check. Switch.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll set up a throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now they try the right side here and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Check 3, check 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready to break. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
4 down. Check, check. 24 is the mark.
Go.
They'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They come out here in the eye.
Greystone travel.
90 is the mic.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Wide, get wide. 61, matchbox, right. Check 50.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
On 2nd down, it's Norman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
All right, let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Undercrush.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the Steelers' 39-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Watch the twist.
15. Bang. Check.
They'll try the left side. Norman. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch out.
Attack. Hey, 43.
54's Mike. Check.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got you, son.
He's got the first down inside the 10.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Check 37. Out.
Check. Check the backer.
80 weapon. 54, right there. 54. Bravo! Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Here we go.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check, 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 check. Set, go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A 5-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
You got nothing.
You draw quarter.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run.
He was brought down at the 26.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Second and 9 now. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Don't let him breathe. Play that time deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check 31. Check 31. 36. 36. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Off off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go. 30 base. Hey, zoom. Put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 5.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. 6.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Man, I got 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. No. Hey! Motion, reset.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Strong right.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Hey. 61, matchbox lights. Check 99. Check 9. Let go.
Now a handoff working right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I smell fear in that offense.
2nd and 3. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Switch.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Set, ready. 70 in. Delta.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Mike 54. And go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw him. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
He's checking. Crash. Recon, 132 fight.
Check 4.
Kill. Check 43.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Go. Switch.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
They're going to look to throw. That one complete to Hill. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A 12-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Protein spill.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night, and that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
54 Mike. Check. Watch.
Back to throw here. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Check. Lucky. 66. Bullet high.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it is incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
It's a turnover on downs.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Hey, Alpha.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going deep down. It's caught at the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. John Ross. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I got you. I got you. Slam, slam, slam. General, West. Back. Hey, check 24.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Norman. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And it's 3rd down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw. 50. Go. Get in the weight room. '54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
He'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Kill. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
On 1st down, it's Norman, and he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Shift. Ready, go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Mike 55. Check 55, Mike. I zoom, fellas. Let's go. Check 49.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Alpha. 55 is mine, guys. 55. Ready.
Looking to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Under 10. 10. You're out. Time go. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Norman. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Topper! Check that. Let's go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll give it here to his running back. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Ball's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
SOS. Protein spill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
552.
Here we go.
80 weapon.
5-2 is the mic.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Kill. Yep. Check three. Showing it. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Norman. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Mike 55. Hey, tight. Grace don't travel. Check 13. Jim. Now. Jet. Flare.
Going to give this time to the tailback. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Chiefs.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Default to Mike. Stop your whining.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. It's Hill, complete. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.